talking with our favorite lady in Chicago. I still have not been out to get dinner with her yet, and I want to do it. I've had her on several times. It's great to see you.
Great to be seen.
Yeah. So, how are things going? Last time I talked to you, it was before the election, and now we have President Trump. And you always told me it really wasn't about Democrat, Republican. It was just about what was doing the right thing.
It's
Um,
about doing the right thing, and that's really what it's about. I, it's sad watching the back and forth with President Trump, um, Mayor Brandon Johnson, and Governor Pritzker. The fact of the matter is that violence in the city, in spite of what the numbers show, is troubling. What we're seeing in the streets is troubling. And so to have someone with 24-hour armed guards and protection to say that the streets are safe is ludicrous to me. If they're that safe, why do you have security? You know,
yeah.
Brandon Johnson said a couple of weeks ago that Chicago was one of the safest cities in America. And yet you have 24-hour security with at least 6 to 7 police cars outside your home daily.
What's it like living in the city? I mean, it's been at different parts of the cities are more dangerous than the others, but what's your take on safety? Do you feel safe, or does it depend where you're at?
Let me just give you, and so most people speaking from the lens of what's going on with you. Uh, Earlier this year, and mind you, I live exactly 4 blocks from Mayor Johnson. If you were to walk down my block, 4 blocks, you would be at his house.
Wow.
My husband was carjacked at gunpoint right in front of my home. I literally have it on video camera because it's on my ring that I will be happy to send to you. And so I'm not talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. I'm talking about living in fear, afraid to walk out of my house now because that happened right there. It wasn't some blocks away. It wasn't in another neighborhood. It was where I live, in front of my house.
And you said that's 4 blocks away from where the mayor lives.
4 blocks. 4 blocks. Yes. And
Wow.
so to have someone stand and say, after you see 54 people shot over the weekend, and the only reason it's highlighted is because it was a holiday weekend. But we've had massive shootings over the weekend all summer. We've had situations where our youth have literally taken over city streets. And then there was a vote asking for a curfew, which the mayor came in and vetoed because he said that our children don't need to be policed and regulated. This is the same guy, now mind you, who was fighting to defund the police before he became mayor. And so to have him stand and say, oh, no, we don't want the National Guard here. Well, as opposed to what? And what is your plan to prevent the violence that we're seeing? So here's someone trying to offer help, and you have nothing to counteract it while refusing it. And then you tie their hands by putting in place an executive order where the police cannot assist them, which means that even if they see an act of crime and they call the police can assist them. In what world is that okay?
Wow. Well, in Washington, D.C., according to him, things have gotten better. And now, even some of the Democrats in D.C., they're on board with it because they're seeing that things are safer.
Well, also keep in mind that because DC has different jurisdiction
You're
than
right.
other states,
You're right.
the National Guard won't have the same power here. And
You're
with
right.
him putting that executive order in place, it really limits what they can do. What they can do. Basically, they'll be standing around keeping peace. But the bigger picture is this: our mayor currently has a single-digit approval rating.
Wow.
Fighting with President Trump, in his mind, makes him appear to be stronger than he actually is. It is a campaign tactic to take away from the point that he has not done what he's supposed to do.
Does he not? It sounds like it should not be political. It sounds like he does not care about the safety of the people.
Well, here's another thing that people don't understand. There is a lot of money in the plight of disadvantaged people. There's a lot of money that goes into crime prevention. And so when you are kind of standing back, allowing some of the crime to perpetuate itself, and a lot of it has to do with regentification, allowing things to disintegrate so that people who can move will, and that people who can't, you can just push them out of the way.
Yeah. Last question.
So it's a playbook.
Yeah. Do you think people in the people you talk to, are they starting to come around? Are they starting to question the mayor? People who liked him, or people who thought a different way before, are people in Chicago starting to think, hey, this isn't right?
Oh, they've been thinking that. Difficult thing is getting people to speak up about, getting people to be realistic about expressing their opinions. People just aren't willing to do that.
Yeah. Well, someone like you're an example. You stood up, you did it, and you're still here with us because I'm sure some people don't like you for doing it, but you should be an example for everyone.
It's not about being liked. It's not a popularity contest. It's about doing what's right.
Yeah, and everyone should do that.
It's about standing up for mine.